Hi, I'm Michelle Haney, and we are going to make Oreo Truffles today. You start with one package of Oreo cookies, the full package, the whole cookie. So you put the full package into your food processor and you'll blend up the cookies. And then once they are crumbly, you'll take a package of cream cheese and you'll put that in there and you blend it up until it forms a dough. And once you have the dough formed, you'll put it into a bag or container and you refrigerate it for at least 4 hours so that it gets cold. Okay, so this dough has been refrigerated overnight, and I just take the scissors and cut open the bag. It makes it real easy for cleanup. And what I do is I just break off small pieces. What I found over time is that if you use the smaller pieces, you form smaller balls, that they're able to dip easier into the chocolate. And so I just keep breaking and rolling, and your hands do get a bit messy, so make sure you have all of your things done that you're wanting to do before the phone rings and answer the phone with the messy fingers. So what I've done is I've taken the Ghirardelli's chocolate, and this is the candy making and dipping bar, and you can find this in several different stores, and you can use it in the microwave. I don't like to use the microwave on this because the one important thing when you're melting chocolate is to make sure that you do it slowly and at a consistent low temperature. Otherwise you get too much separation in your chocolate. And so you just have to take your time with it and continue to keep it on a low temperature as you're doing the whole process, because by the time you're done with your pan, you're at the end of your pan, you have a little bit of chocolate left. You don't want it to be too hot and then cause it to, it'll look differently on the truffles and they'll turn out differently than the first ones that you did. So what I like to do, and I just use my fingers, and I take one of the truffle balls and I just take it and I put it into the chocolate. And they have several different candy making supply kits. You can use those. I just have a set of small tongs, and I take the ball and I toss it and I get the chocolate and I drizzle off some of the excess and I set it onto my separate little baking sheet there, always with the wax paper on it. And you just keep going through this process until you have all of them done. Now, you can use any chocolate that you like. I like the baking, melting, or the candy making, dipping chocolate because it turns out so nice. You don't have to mix anything with it. It's ready to go for you. And it has kind of that crunchy coating shell is what it forms on the outside. And you can use white chocolate, dark chocolate. You can drizzle several different toppings on top. We like to use, and I usually don't wait too long to do this because the chocolate starts to harden, and if you wait too long to put some of your toppings on, they won't stick, so you need to do it while the chocolate is still soft. So what I do is I take the nonpareils, and while my chocolate is still soft, I just do a couple of sprinkles on top of each one. Once you have all of these done, you'll want to refrigerate them again so that the chocolate will completely harden. And you can peel it right off of this tray, off of the wax paper, and put it onto a fancy serving tray. And again, we'll do the nonpareils. I'll just sprinkle it while the chocolate's still soft. It goes pretty far. I can eat about 3 of them before I start feeling kind of, oh, I've eaten too much sugar. And so I usually try to stay to 1 or 2, and then maybe the next day I'll have another one if I have any left around the house. The teenagers tend to eat 8, 9, or 10 of them at a time. But it's a fun dessert. The kids love to do this. This is something that I can just supervise and let them come in the kitchen and do with me. From young kids to teenagers, they absolutely love it. And so it's a family project that you can do, real simple, not too hard on the budget. And because it goes so far, they're very rich. You don't need too many of them.